Well, state lawmakers pass a bill that's believed to be the first of its kind in the entire nation. It would place limits on the amount of lead in cookware sold in Washington. Thanks for being here. I'm Joyce Taylor.
I'm Steve Solis. Last year, the King 5 investigators showed you how you might be buying lead-tainted pots without even knowing it. Chris Ingalls reports on the bill that is now headed to the governor's desk.
The Immigrant Women's Community Center in Bellevue was one of the few groups that heeded warnings about potentially dangerous cookware. Last year, it hosted this event with public health experts testing household items for lead content. Lead is especially concerning in cookware.
Some of these items have tested positive for lead.
We bought some aluminum items off of Amazon and Etsy. Can we test those real quick?
Yes.
Okay.
The threat comes from imported aluminum cookware, like those tested by Dr. Katie Fellows.
474 parts per million lead.
All right, let's test another one here.
The handle contains 363 parts per million of lead.
Hey.
All right, here we have 821 parts per million.
But there should be no lead in cookware. Scientists at King County's Hazardous Waste Management Program warned online retailers about the dangers nearly 2 years ago.
Get it nice and hot. I'm gonna melt a little butter in it.
But we found cookware, like these aluminum Afghan pressure cookers, still widely for sale, even though King County scientists blame them for dangerously high blood levels in Afghan immigrant children.
So there's a lot of developmental delays, mental health issues, things like ADHD.
Amazon and Etsy removed the cookers after our story in May, but they still sell many other imported aluminum pots and pans.
I think King 5's investigative reporting has shown that there needs to be action on this, so we really appreciate that.
Seattle Representative Jerry Paulette sponsored House Bill 1551, which bans the sale of cookware in Washington with more than 5 parts per million of lead.
We're going to have Washington State set a national standard here. We're not seeing anyone else who's tackled this yet.
Join me in getting the lead out and voting yes on this amendment.
And now, that's a big step closer to reality as the bill passed out of the Senate this afternoon and is on its way to Governor Inslee to sign into law.
Mr. President, there are 47 aye, 2 excused.
Having received a constitutional majority, second substitute House Bill 1551 is amended by the Senate is declared passed.
So the Senate passes it today. Washington's law would ban cookware with more than 5 parts per million lead. We bought this pot off of Amazon. It tested at 523 parts per million in lead, just to give you an idea of what's out there and still for sale right now. The governor's office thanked lawmakers for their work on this bill, but couldn't say immediately if he would sign it into law, not until they've had a chance to evaluate it, which is pretty normal.
It's so interesting because when I saw that pot in the newsroom, I would use that to cook, and I wouldn't even think for 2 seconds it wasn't safe. It's a beautiful pot. So what do we look for when we're buying cookware to know if it's safe?
Yeah, so it's imported aluminum that's the problem. King County scientists say foreign manufacturers may use recycled metals that include lead. They haven't found any lead in U.S.-made cookware, so beware of that imported aluminum. And unfortunately, as you say, Joyce, you cannot tell by looking at this that there's lead in here. The only way to do it is with that testing device that the scientists had.
Just have to read what you're buying and know what's in it before
That's
you
right.
buy it.
You're right.
Don't be deceived by the look of the pot.
Yeah.
Wow, great reporting. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.